Glad to have you back. Glad to see some clearing skies. Glad we didn't see the torrential rain that we could have from what was left of Ida as it trekked on to the north and to the east. We fared pretty well. Only some light to moderate rain at the heaviest points for most everyone in the eastern Kentucky area. Not all. Some flooding issues and some serious in some other counties. But for the viewing area, again, we fared pretty well. We're faring quite nicely out there weather-wise. It's going to continue to clear, and I've got a beautiful forecast for you through most of your Labor Day, if not all of your Labor Day weekend. But I can't turn it around. This paper right here, see this paper right here? I'm saving that to the last part of the show. I can't wait to tell you what is on that paper, and even more importantly, what's not on that paper. One of the biggest things, one of the most gracious and generous things that I've ever reported on for our community since I've been behind this desk or a desk for over 20 years, and I'm going to be able to let most of that cat out of the bag tonight, so be sure and stay tuned. I'll get to that very last thing. I'm going to end this one on a good note tonight, which I love to do when I can. I've got arrests. I've got federal indictments here in McGoffin County. I've got COVID information and much, much more before I leave you. Let's go ahead and begin with one of a couple of state reports tonight. We'll quickly take a look at our state COVID numbers in just a few moments. But Kentucky was part of a historic, first ever, multi-state roundup, if you will, focusing on human trafficking. And of all the states and the dozens of agencies that participated, the good and the bad news is that Kentucky saw more victims saved and rescued, including 2 minors, and more arrests than any other state.
We believe this is the first multi-state operation of its kind. I can tell you we worked on a couple, but none that included this many different states. This is a good sign as we move this fight in the future. And today, we're sharing the results with you. Kentucky conducted 4 trafficking operations simultaneously in Bowling Green, in northern Kentucky, in Elizabethtown, and in McCracken County. The operation rescued 21 victims, 2 of which are minors. And I'm going to mention the arrests in a minute, but this is the most important piece. Yes, we want to make sure that we get these criminals and they're truly perpetrating evil off the streets, but these individuals that have been harmed over and over, most important thing is their rescue. 21 victims, 2 of which are minors, and 46 arrests of human traffickers across the Commonwealth.
Again, out of all the states involved, 46 of the 102 arrests were made here in Kentucky, almost half. And 21 of the 59 victims were here just in Kentucky. A 12-state human trafficking operation believed to be the first of its kind and hopefully not the last. If you are ever suspicious of any child or person being involved in the commercial sex trade, contact the Department for Community-Based Services. It's toll-free, and it's 877-KY-SAFE-1. And, of course, you can always contact local law enforcement as well. Any other concerns you have about possible trafficking activities can be reported to the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888. Summer is definitely in full swing at the Seasonal Shop, where it is filled with new arrivals in home decor, women's clothing, Ridge and Holler, and more. They've given their home decor a fresh look, and they have new displays literally wall to wall, from farmhouse to traditional, equestrian, and more. And Oat Shore neoprene bags are the latest craze in women's accessories, and they've got dozens of colors and styles available right now, and new ones coming in daily. And lily planters have arrived just in time for school or work. And don't leave the guys out. Ridge and Holler shirts, yes, that's a McGoffin County Cadillac cap, and hats are a huge seller at the Seasonal Shop. Designs so unique and so special for our area. Designs you can only get at the Seasonal Shop. They still have delivery baby and wedding registry, curbside service, and more. Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999. Stop in JJ's Burgers and Beer for the weekend specials like 10 boneless buffalo wings and an 18-inch pizza, any toppings, for $14.99. Stop by any day of the week and get any 16-inch pizza for $9.99 and any 18-inch pizza for only $11.99. They've got a different sandwich or soup special every day of the week, big gourmet class hamburger combos, and your favorite domestic beer, $2.49 a bottle or $7.99 by the bucket. JJ's Burgers and Beer at Speedy's in Sagersville.
Summer is here, and the 12 mini deal just got even hotter. The iPhone 12 mini is now $1 penny with a 2-year contract. Visit an Appalachian Wireless retail location or go to AppalachianWireless.com to view this amazing deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. Now, before we go to local news, let's go ahead and take a look at our state COVID numbers for today. Another day, well into the thousands of new cases. Another day near 5,000 new cases across the Commonwealth today, 4,941. Another day of double-digit deaths in Kentucky as well, with 12 reported in just the past 24 hours. The positivity rate still well above the 13 percentile at 13.35. People vaccinated in Kentucky still inching upward at 2,534,200. Just to let you know, the programming for the rest of the week, tomorrow and Friday, still a little bit flexible, I'll say at this point. My intentions are to have a 6 o'clock program tomorrow night. That hinges on whether or not we get all the equipment up and ready and online to be able to bring to you on Foothills and Howard's cable. I'll show you the channels in just a few moments. And as well live on my Facebook and YouTube channels, the pageants that will be held here in Magoffin County. And they start with Miss Teen at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I had a wonderful time last night. A wonderful time. They had a private reception for the family and some very close friends of Tom Whitaker at the art show in his honor at the Renaissance Center. Stop by. Put a mask on. Please go in. They have artworks that the family didn't know existed, and they have only a small portion of those that they have known about and then uncovered since his passing. And there are some young ladies and some folks who have made this a wonderful, wonderful presentation. It chronicles his entire life and all of his work, and it's just simply a wonderful, wonderful thing to stop and see. And I'll have a story on that maybe tomorrow, but in the coming days, again, tune in here at 6. I'll either have a message for you tomorrow night saying I will be on it live for the pageant at 8, or we'll have a show here tomorrow night and explain everything then. Nevertheless, the Miss Teen pageant does kick off tomorrow evening. Yes, remember, Miss Magoffin is postponed right now for an unknown amount of time due to a positive case of COVID among one of the contestants. We hate to hear that. Hope they are well, most certainly. Miss Teen will go on as set tomorrow night at 8. And remember, this is only for a select number, and I don't even know that number of immediate family. It's not open to the public. That's why we're going to make sure that we're able to stream it on TV and on the internet live for you. Friday evening, that's all there is tomorrow night is Miss Teen. Then Friday at 6 will be the baby pageants. And then Friday evening at 7 will be the Little Miss and Little Master pageants. And then Friday at 8 will be the third and final pageant of the day and of Founders Day, the Mrs. Magoffin County pageant. That is Friday at 8 o'clock. And for all pageants, all contestants are being allowed to bring a set number of individuals. They're going to be put off into groups, and I believe asked to maybe wear a mask as well. Not mandated, but at least asked to, I think, was the remarks from the health director and Mayor Pete Shepard. Now, for everyone else who can't go there, which is pretty much everyone else, it will be live on Howard's Cable, Channel 62, Foothills Channel 2, and then on my Facebook and YouTube channels as well. We'll be streaming simultaneously to all of those mediums and channels. So you can find us there starting tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for Miss Teen. Now let's go to some arrests this evening, as was expected after interviewing the Johnson County Sheriff's Department a couple of weeks ago. Federal indictments have now been returned against 4 individuals, 2 McGoffin Countyans, 1 only recently moved from McGoffin County, and another man, that man with, from what we were able to uncover, strong gang ties out of Michigan, for serious drug trafficking, pounds of methamphetamine, and thousands of dollars in cash seized. Before I get to that case, the case of these 2 men was opened by Sagersville police officer Mike Nichols after a traffic stop here in Sagersville. I believe it was Friday night, where the driver was said to have been crossing the center lane of travel, and Nichols making a traffic stop thereafter. Notice the individual acting nervously, and after a search of the vehicle, which was consented, there were several items found: a meth straw, scales, and over $10,000 in cash in the vehicle as well. The driver stated that he had done some work for the money. Officers, I believe, seized the money, and it is part of the ongoing drug trafficking investigation. Jimmy Adkins of Betsy Lane, my apologies. Betsy Lane was charged with reckless driving, trafficking of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. A passenger, Patrick Casey, was charged with trafficking in methamphetamine. He stepped out of the vehicle, and a phone case fell out of the vehicle, which had dollar bills that appeared to have been used for the snorting of drugs, as well as another set of scales, or a set of scales, that were found in the truck, and the amount of cash that was found at the same time. Now, back to the federal indictment case. I had Bill Meade, detective with the Johnson County Sheriff's Department, here with us in an interview a couple of weeks ago. And a year-long investigation, drug buys happening in Johnson and McGoffin County, netted the arrest of a total of 4 individuals. As I told you, the main man was Charles A. Chandler, a former McGoffin County man who had just moved into Johnson County. In all, when they followed up on those control buys that they had made, they found over $18,000 in cash and 2.7 pounds of methamphetamine in his home. Also arrested per the investigation was McGoffin County brother and sister Ashley B. Johnson and Corey Johnson, and also Jay Sean Robinson out of Michigan, arrested as well. All 3 facing serious drug charges. Now, all 3 named in federal indictments, which were just returned late last week by a federal grand jury, as the case continues via the Johnson County Sheriff's Department, DEA, Operation Unite, and other federal authorities.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Nostalgic or historic or whatever you want to call that feeling you get when you walk in and sit down at the counter and get a scoop of ice cream or a hot dog with sauce while your hometown pharmacist gets your prescriptions ready. Whatever it is, it's still here at Fraser's Prater Drug. Only better, with everything from Jelly Bellies to fresh popcorn to hot and cold gourmet coffees, even hot fudge cakes and banana splits. Fraser's Prater Drug hasn't forgot how important the little things in life are, and they don't want you to either. Stop and see them. They're just a couple of doors down from another Salyersville gym, the Seasonal Shop. Your local COVID numbers, still that big news at the end of the show, all forthcoming right now. Here's what's happening on tonight's community calendar. Let's say birthday wishes to begin. To Jerry, it says, happy belated 49th birthday, Jerry. Love mom, dad, family, and friends. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jerry, turning 49. And Mildred Beck, turning 88, I believe, yesterday. So a belated birthday to you. Might have been the day before yesterday. I think I had this for yesterday, and I just couldn't squeeze the calendar in. Regardless from all your neighbors, Mildred, happy birthday to you. We hope you had a wonderful day on your special day. I hope you use our calendar for birthdays every chance you get, every time somebody has one. I love to do them. And anniversaries, too. Other announcements tonight come via the McGoffin County Funeral Home sponsoring our funeral services. A reminder, services will take place tomorrow at 1 for Barbara Allen of Burning Fork, who passed away this week, the daughter of the late Gomes and Jewel Howard Allen. She is survived by her special nephew Tony, sister Gloria Jean, and a wonderful group of nephews and nieces and former students as well. Services tomorrow from the Allen Home Place Cabin on Craft Creek. Services also to take place tomorrow morning at 11 for Sidney Brian Bailey, 43 of Georgetown, formerly of Sagersville, survived by his wife Kristen Bailey, daughter Sidney, and son Maddox, and sister Becky Johnson. Services start tomorrow at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. The family will welcome friends for visitation until 9 o'clock this evening. And 85-year-old Aline Arnott of Sagersville passed away yesterday, survived by her daughters Pam Wages and Tammy Puckett, brother Harry Dean Arnott, 8 grandkids and 5 great-grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. Funeral services held this Friday morning at 11 at the church pavilion that adjoins the Burton Fork Cemetery on the left-hand fork of Johnson Fork. In lieu of flowers, the family asked that donations be made to the McGoffin County Senior Citizens Center. Just click on ConleyTire.net and you can shop for tires. Find out more about services, brands, wheels, rims, their free coffee, free Wi-Fi, and free local shuttle service. And of course, the latest and greatest current offers and specials, like how right now you can get up to $150 back on a set of Goodyears. That's ConleyTire.net, or you can always stop by in Staffordsville or give them a call at 297-2424. COVID might have stopped the music again, but don't let it stop the services and support our local organizations. Provide the community by supporting them. Go to bgcf.givingfuel.com/Community Day right now or before September the 9th and donate to get them the $35,000 in matching funds. And be sure and look for all the raffles and fundraisers that are going on right now by all the groups: McGoffin County Senior Citizens, McGoffin County Christians Care, Sagersville Kiwanis, Miss McGoffin Scholarship Organization, the District 3 Volunteer Fire Department, North McGoffin, Middle Fork, Salyersville, and Bloomington Fire Departments, the McGoffin County Rescue Squad, our DAV, South McGoffin Community Activists, South McGoffin Fire Department, McGoffin County Youth Baseball and Softball, Kentucky Mission Bible Training Center, and the McGoffin County Rainbow Girls. And be sure to see any of those groups or the Sayersville National Bank and buy that $10 ticket that will win someone this car. Please, let's all support these groups who have always supported us. bgcf.givingfuel.com/Community Day to donate. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Welcome to East Kentucky's premier vape and CBD shop, offering all natural tobacco alternatives and everything vape and smoke shop related. Everything you're looking for and everything you're not. Best quality, best prices, best service.
Come to Appalachian Smoke Shop for all your tobacco alternatives and accessories, as well as products like CBD, kratom, and legal THC that people are telling us they're using to treat pain, anxiety, depression, difficulty sleeping, and lack of energy, as well as just for overall wellness. Make it your one stop, Appalachian Smoke Shop.
Numbers just in from the McGoffin County Health Department show a consistent number of cases for McGoffin County again today. Also a consistent rise in the positivity rate for most all of our neighbors. We've been averaging close to 20 cases a day most days, or hitting 20 cases a day for most days here in McGoffin County, and we did that again today. New cases, top left on your screen, total of 20. That's 18 adults and 2 children. To the top right of your screen, we still have 2 McGoffin Countyans who are in intensive care units on ventilators. That number has stayed the same, not to say it's the same 2 individuals. That's very important to understand. The number of hospitalized McGoffin Countyans has increased. We went from 7 yesterday to 10 today. That's a significant increase, one of the biggest daily increases we've had in hospitalizations. While the positivity rate for McGoffin County, glad to say, has gone down to a very small degree, I think by 2% or less, at 143.3%. And I hope it's the very early stages of a very positive trend. We have not one but two counties in the orange tonight, Woodford and Carlisle. Hopefully we'll see a lot less red over the coming days. As of right now, though, for the viewing area and our neighbors, that's not the case. McGoffin County might have went down a couple of percentage points, but essentially all of our neighbors have gone up. Floyd County went up 3% from yesterday. Johnson County up 10%. Breathitt County up 24%. Morgan County up 13%. Wolfe County up 16%. Knott County up 10% from just yesterday. Something I also read earlier today, the article that I came across was quoting doctors and healthcare officials in a number of states, including University of Alabama and a number of other institutions, all school-based or health-based, all concerned that we're going to continue to see schools have to shut down, most certainly or especially those who did not institute or follow any type of a mask mandate. The Academy of American Pediatrics says that over 200,000 kids tested positive for COVID-19 for the week that just ended. That is about 22% of the whole number of cases across this country. That is an increase of 500% in the number of kids which have tested positive. It was about 36,000 about a month before that, and then it has gone to over 200,000 in just a month's time. And they're not just testing positive. More and more kids are being hospitalized as well during this time of the pandemic. This significant increase in pediatric cases comes as only still about 50% of the United States has been fully vaccinated. About 205 million people or so, which is about 60% of the United States, has gotten at least one dose. As for the fully vaccinated, that's about 52% or 170 million. Or so. All right, good news to come. Good news from here on out. We're going to go right now to your Licking Valley RACC Outlook, and then I'll let that before-mentioned cat mostly out of the bag. Yes, check out the forecast. Quite nice. We are deserving of it. Quite fall-like as well. If that's your thing, well, you're going to like it. And we barely get to the 80s, low 80s at most for the 7-day. Some patchy fog tonight, but as you saw over my shoulder a few seconds ago, sky's already becoming clear. We'll continue to do so, a low of 58 degrees. Look for that patchy fog lingering into your Thursday tomorrow. Daytime highs, mid-70s. After that fog, nothing but sunny, clear skies, and a cooler, comfortable low tomorrow night. I mean, we've been having nighttime lows at 70 degrees or close to for a long, long time. We're going to be right at close to 50, 51 tomorrow night. That's a big change. Still in the 70s for your Friday, 77 and 55 for your high, for your low, sunny and partly cloudy across the board. First half of your weekend just as nice. We should creep up to right around 80 degrees for Saturday, mostly sunny. 4 or 5 in the afternoon, we have to throw in a 10% chance of showers and storms. Can't help it, it's there. It actually increases to about a 40% of showers and storms during the overnight Saturday, and then kind of hangs close to that on your Sunday. For the Labor Day weekend, the first half is absolutely perfect. Second half, not all that bad. 77, cooling back down into the upper 70s briefly for just a day on your Sunday with about a 40% chance of showers and storms, but still partly sunny. Labor Day, 80, sunny, dry, mostly clear, completely beautiful, and then low 80s Tuesday and Wednesday thereafter as we have to get back to reality after the day off. I hope most everyone gets, if not all. And mostly sunny skies to partly sunny and a slight chance of showers and storms. No big, heavy, active weather makers in our future, at least for a little while. Okay, so some big news to talk about tonight, and we're going to talk about it much more. In fact, I spent a portion of the afternoon today talking with a few folks that I've been having conversations with. I'll explain all that later on, off and on for months now, about what is not a potential project anymore, but a coming project to McGoffin County and our school district. And today, that got a significant and serious boost. Just to kind of do this in reverse order. there was an announcement made earlier today on behalf of the governor's office, and it was in regards to some funding. Now, this is grant funds. This is not money that has to be given back, but money, millions of dollars, to state vocational schools and programs. A part of the governor's Better Kentucky plan to create jobs. Well, they set aside some $75 million approved to go to Kentucky school districts to help renovate projects in their vocational education centers. And today, the Construction Commission Board voted to offer grants to a total of 9 school districts which operate those programs. They can use these monies to renovate their vocational schools or buildings, curriculum, update, expand, repair, replace, or rebuild a structure. I think in all there were 32 applications. There was $229 million requested, much more than the $75 million that was available. And as I said, there were 9 school districts that were awarded. And we did well right here in Eastern Kentucky. Lawrence County, $9.2 million. Johnson County, $10 million. Christian, Bardstown, Fayette, Knox Trigg, Ballard makes up the others. But there was one other, and that was Magoffin County as well. $4.369 million. Now, that's not even the best part. It gets a little bit gray from here on out, and you'll have to just bear with me for a few days on that. While these funds were granted because of the need that the Magoffin County High School has to renovate their vocational career and technical center, which is still on the other campus, the now middle school campus, well, there was one thing that put them in the front running for that money. The fact that a very, very gracious and very caring and very loyal to their community individual has promised a sizable donation to go towards the construction of a new Magoffin County Career and Technical Center on the side of the Magoffin County High School. And that's as far as I'm going to go with it tonight. I don't know if they were expecting me to make that announcement tonight. I'm going to go out on a limb as part of the group that's been in on this for a little while and feel comfortable in doing so. But we are making scheduling an arrangement to try to work around COVID and a few other logistics to have myself, superintendent of schools, board members, and the so far unnamed individual all together, if it's just via Zoom or whatever, in the coming days, the end of this week, early next, I don't know. But this is truly a wonderful thing for the Magoffin County School District, for our children, for our Career and Technical Center, and we owe, of course, a great deal of thanks, and that's not why they did it, to a person who helped make essentially the $4.3 million happen with their input and support as well. So please stay with me. I'm very excited, can you tell, to talk about that in the coming days. And I'll leave it there for tonight. I'll see you back here tomorrow, 6 o'clock, either with a message saying, hey, Miss Teen at 8, or we'll have a show for you with news that you'll need to see. One way or the other, talk to you tomorrow night. Thank you for watching.